Hey everybody. Well, I hate to talk about sad news, but I just heard recently of the passing of Luna Vachon. Just about an hour ago, I heard about this from my friend, and I'm just absolutely stunned. I'm floored by this. Luna Vachon was 48 years old, and she was found dead. Nobody knows of the causes yet. It's not out yet of what happened to her, but just hearing the news really made me sad, because you all know how big of a fan I am of women's wrestling. Luna Vachon was one of those women that I absolutely adored growing up when I was a kid, watching her in the early 90s of the WWF and into the Attitude Era. Luna Vachon was a unique woman, one of a kind. I mean, in my opinion, she was definitely the first queen of extreme. Luna was undoubtedly tough as nails. I mean, you cannot question that. She was tough. She was from the old school. Luna's father, Mad Dog Vachon, was a great wrestler, so she had wrestling in her blood, and she dreamed of being a WWF Women's Champion. She always wanted to be the Women's Champion, and unfortunately, Vince never gave her the title. That was like one of the things people always ask me about in terms of women's wrestling. Who do you think deserved to be the champion? And Luna Vachon will be right up there. She deserved to have been the Women's Champion at least once, and she was never given a title. When I first saw Luna back in 1993, she came out to attack Sherry Martel during Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka at WrestleMania 8. It was WrestleMania 9, excuse me. And I saw her, I was like, wow, this is a unique woman. She looks very, just like gothic, but like grunge rock, and she was just very unique to the eyes. And I've never seen a woman like that. I mean, she was such a character. She was so just like bizarre and out there that you had to watch her because it just was mesmerizing. I mean, the way she talked with that scratchy voice, the way she had her hair. I mean, it was just like she had her own character. She was so unique, and in women's wrestling, especially in America, you don't get a lot of unique women like that. She stood out, and I always remember that first feud she had with Sherry Martel, which could have been so amazing, but unfortunately Sherry Martel failed a drug test, and they only had like one match when they fired Sherry Martel, and they just cut that feud all together. It would have been such a great feud between those two. And then when Luna battled R.I.P for the women's title, I really thought they were going to have a long, lengthy feud, and they also cut that feud short, and she never won the women's title. But I remember during the shoot interview, she mentioned that Medusa wanted to drop the title to her during a house show just for one night, just so she could have just be in the books of being a women's champion. But I guess Luna didn't want to do that because she wanted it done the right way. And it just baffled me that Vince never gave her the title. I know she had like backstage problems, with her attitude and everything, from what I heard and from what she had said to in shoot interviews. But she was such an amazing wrestler. I mean, I know people may not think, oh, Luna Vachon was a great wrestler, but she had that brawling type tactics that you don't see with women, and she really brought that out. I think what made her stand out even more was the fact that she had a passion for this business. She lived, breathed, and ate professional wrestling. And even though Vince fired her so many times, they kept hiring her back because they knew she was good money. They knew she was a great character. She was someone that could be an instant heel and that can put over a sweet baby face. And that brings me to Sable, because, I don't want to say unfortunately, but the one thing Luna Vachon will always be remembered by will probably be her feud with Sable. That really made her a household name in a sense, but that also made Sable a household name. She helped make Sable the superstar she had became during the Attitude Era. And I also remember in a shoot interview she talked about Sable supposed to have dropped the title to her at a pay-per-view, but Sable conveniently forgot to bring the title with her, and that was like that kind of backstage politics there. But Luna definitely made Sable a star. And I remember also she talked about during their mixed tag match, their famous mixed tag match at WrestleMania, everyone backstage was congratulating Sable on such a great match, but only one person went up to Luna, and it was Owen Hart, and Owen Hart congratulated her on having the match of her life, because she made Sable so good in that ring that everyone was congratulating Sable. That's the kind of person Luna Vachon was. She gave herself to the business. And it's very sad to me that she was found dead today at the age of 48. Still just shocked. I mean, absolutely shocked by it. I hope it wasn't due to drugs or alcohol or whatever, but it just seems like these days with wrestlers dying is due to like certain reasons. And we had Lance K died a few weeks ago. Now Luna. Now I hope not another person died, because it seems like when someone dies in the wrestling world, it comes in threes. And I really hope no one else passes away anytime soon. But just very sad, very shocking. You know, Luna Vachon will be missed, definitely. I mean, a lot of women had a lot of respect. A lot of women wrestlers had a lot of respect for Luna Vachon, and also men too. And I've been reading different comments from like Tommy Dreamer and Natalia, and there's Daphne, and there's different people that's had a lot of respect for her. You know, she was great for this business, and I feel bad for her kids, her family. I know she was married to Gangrel before. They became friends though after their divorce, and she also became a born again Christian and joined Ted DiBiase's ministries, which was interesting to find out. I read about that. So she really was like, that seemed like changing her life. I mean, I remember hearing that she was a tow truck driver, but she decided to come back to wrestling again. I think last year she unretired and came back. But it would have been great to have seen her in Shimmer. You know, just have one match in Shimmer, or at least talk to the girls in Shimmer, give them some great advice on the business. But that's now not going to happen. So hate to talk about sad news, especially on the weekend, but just shocking, very sad. Luna Vachon definitely will be missed. Definitely was one of a kind, tough as nails, and an absolute favorite of mine. Luna Vachon will definitely be missed. Rest in peace, Luna.